Hey guys, it's me Marty. So today I figured I'm going to tell some random funny stories from my life. Well, I mean, at the time most of them weren't funny, but now they have basically become stories that are kind of what put me where I am today. It kind of didn't, but they're funny, and I figured why not go ahead and share them with you guys. Alright, so this first story is the story of the first time I ever told a girl I liked her. And yeah, it ended quite interestingly. This happened way back when I worked at Subway. It was my first job. I was only 16, and really it was my first time out in the real world. That was one downside about homeschooling, is I didn't really deal with the whole doing any of that type of thing until after I got older, and I wasn't quite sure how to do it. All of that was based off of everything that I've learned off of movies and Disney and stuff, so which I'm sure a lot of you are already like, oh my god. What happened was I worked with this girl and I thought she was really pretty, and I was like, ooh, you know, she's really pretty, cool. And I was like, hey, I kind of like her. We worked together and all that kind of stuff. And then for a while we didn't like each other at all because we both were kind of bitches to each other for absolutely no reason. Then one night we started working together, like closing all the time, and we were talking and everything. And then one night I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna tell her that I like her, and I could not do it the entire time we were working. We shut down the store, we leave, I walk her to her car because I walked everybody to their car because that's just who I was. And it was like 11 o'clock at night in the Walmart parking lot. So she gets in her car, she turns it on, and I start walking away. And then next thing you know, I was like, no, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. So I turn around, walk up, and now this is where we disagree on what happened. To me, what I remember is I just like waved frantically in the window to try to get her attention. According to her, I knocked on her window, which I don't think I would do. Anyway, she rolled down her window, and at that point there was already rumors going around work that I had a thing for her. So I just looked at her and I was like, so you know the rumors at work are true. I think you're really pretty and I kind of do like you. And then I kind of like did a childish chuckle. I was like, and then I just ran away because that was like as much as I could possibly do. To me, I was like, I left work all like, yeah, I did it, I did the thing, like, I am a brave person. Here, I found out she left work and called the manager and told her that I scared the shit out of her, and we were scheduled to never work together again for the longest time. I ended up finding out that the way you see things happening on TV and Disney and shit like that is not the way you do it, because it does not end well. For a while, like, I got sat down with both managers and told not to do it. My one manager, she was totally fine, like she knew how I was, and she was like, hey, listen, I know your heart was in the right place, but that is not something you do. Like 11 o'clock in the dark in a Walmart parking lot, you don't walk up. And apparently my laugh sounded creepy. The good part, the ending of the story, is me and her ended up becoming really good friends eventually later on down the road, and we were friends for like 6 years. So that's one really weird story that has been around forever, and for the longest time I was embarrassed of that story because it was like, I didn't mean to do that, I feel like a horrible person. Now it's just kind of a funny thing to look back and be like, I was so naive and retarded to think that, you know, the way TV works is how it works in real life. Of course I still sometimes have that problem, but This next one is a story of my first time going out to a mountain party, which those of you who have seen my videos way back, like probably more than a year ago, I made a video about my area here, and you should remember what that is. If you don't, or haven't seen it, or you don't remember it, I'm gonna go ahead and put a link to it up in here in the card section and stuff, just so you can check that out and learn a little bit about my area, even though it's an older video and it's not that great. But anyway, a mountain party is essentially going out in the middle of the woods up in our mountains, because we have so many like big empty spots in the woods because this is a coal mining area, so there's a lot of strippings around here. And we would go out and like there would be like a whole bunch of people out there with, you know, a giant campfire. People just basically gather around the campfire and drink. So I went out there with some friends one night after work. It was my very first time going out there, and it was like I was still really like, even now I have hardcore social anxiety, but it doesn't bother me as much. But then I didn't know anybody. This is my first time to a party in my entire life. So I went out there with my two friends from work, and we were just wandering around talking, and I was following around. They're like, you need to go and try to make friends with other people. You can do this. So like I downed my first drink, and it was a blast. I don't know if any of you guys have had blast. It's kind of like a Four Loko. It's an energy drink with a lot of alcohol in it. So after the first one, you're typically like, woo! So I was walking along, and I ran into a friend of mine who I've known for like 8 years, but haven't seen him forever, that I've known from a church camp. And she's like, oh my God, you're the last person I thought I would see here. You were like the little church kid. What are you doing here? And we talked for a little bit, and after a while I walked away and was like, okay, whatever. cool. And then I was going back over to my friends, and all of a sudden some guy walks up and just gets in my face and is like, yo, why are you hitting on my guy's girl? What are you doing? Are you trying to make some moves? You need to get out of here. Me, being drunk me and naive me, was just like thinking, hey, he's not really mad. Why would he be mad at me? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? With a big smile on my face laughing, and then he got mad, and I could tell that, oh shit, he is pissed. Out of nowhere, my friend comes up, pushes him out of the way, the friend I was talking to, and starts yelling in his face to get away from me. She's known me for years. I wouldn't hurt anybody, all this other stuff. And I am panicking. I am already probably at this point, I think I already drank another half of one of those blasts. I was like, oh, I need to go to my friends. So I went to them, and they were like, what's happening? I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. They're like, okay, well then follow us, we'll go find out. Then they were like, you know what, no, stay here. To somebody who is already really, really drunk, that is not a good thing to do, I have learned. Do not give two conflicting commands in the same sentence to a drunk person, because they don't know what to do. So I followed them anyway, and as we were following, they stopped and started talking to somebody. Out of nowhere, somebody who not even was connected to the earlier problem just runs up out of nowhere and just right into my face, like hit me in the eye. I drop down. Another one of his friends walks over and hits me again, so I'm laying on the ground crying. I feel my face and I feel blood coming, but I didn't feel it on my nose, and my eye hurt, so I assumed he punched me in the eye. My eye got knocked out, and I'm going to be blind in that eye forever, and I started bawling my eyes out. After that, it just blew up because it was crazy. And my solution on the way home, when somebody was driving me home, they were driving my Jeep, and in the back of my Jeep was like everybody's drinks, and my face hurt so bad. I was like, what can I do for the pain? And my logic at the time was, well, in movies of the olden days, when somebody got shot or whatever, they would give them a shot of alcohol, you know, a shot of whiskey or vodka or something to help ease the pain. So if I drink more, I won't hurt anymore. And apparently I drank I think they told me a 6-pack and a half, plus 3 more blasts, because every time they would turn around, they would see me with a drink and they'd be like, no, you don't need any more, and then continue on their way. And then they turn around and see me with another drink. They're like, I had no idea where you were pulling them out. I'm pretty sure I got alcohol poisoning. I know we went to Dunkin' Donuts, and I ended up, because, you know, this is what drunk people do, confessing my undying love to one of my friends, because whatever. And then we ended up going to one of their friends' house, going to sleep. I woke up the next morning. My face was in such horrible pain. I felt like shit. And I just looked around and I had no idea where I was. I woke up my friend, I was like, hey, I need to go to work. Okay, you can just walk down the steps, your keys are in your car. See ya. I'm like, oh, okay. I walked out, sat in my car, and just sat there and looked around, and I'm like, where the hell am I? I have no idea where I am. How do I get out? I didn't want to walk back into the house because that would be weird to me. I don't know. So I just sat there for a little bit. I was like, you know what, screw it. And I started driving and figured out where I was, and then went to work. And then it went fun with explaining to people why I had such a big, horrible black eye. And if I could find the picture of what I looked like, I'll go ahead and I'll post the picture right over here. I don't know if I have one still, or if I don't think I have one where it was fresh right after, but I'll post it so you can see. But yeah, it was funny because I waited tables at the time, so people would always be asking me questions like, hey, what'd you do, and all that. And for some reason, I thought the best excuse as to why I had a giant big black swollen eye was that I fell down the steps and my eye smashed off the doorknob that was at the bottom of my bedroom steps, because I was in the attic at the time. And of course, not many people believed that, but they would just be like, okay, whatever. Alright, well anyway, I guess that is enough time for now. Both those stories took a little bit longer than I thought to tell. If you guys enjoyed hearing random stories from my life, because I do have some other funny ones, they're kind of weird and out there because I am such a weird person for the most part. If you want to hear more of them, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below, and also give the video a thumbs up so I know that you guys liked it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe, which is right up there. And yeah, social media stuff's in the description bar below, and I guess that is all for now, and I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I shall see you guys tomorrow. Bye! I was just like, fuck you, motorcycle.